Hello everyone, so today I'm making a new video on Energy Web. Today is going to be just a video on price, and I want to share something that I've noticed recently that I find really interesting. So on the last video that I've posted, I ended up with this chart setup for Energy Web, which essentially identifies a falling wedge pattern and the technical target of it, which is around $15, and that target is based off Thomas Bulkowski. He was one of these guys that has looked into chart patterns quite extensively, doing statistical analysis to see which ones were the patterns that were more performant, and to see what were appropriate target levels as well as stop loss levels, stuff like that. And so I see him as a reference when it comes to chart patterns. And so I identified this pattern, and the technical target, we can say that it's 15 based on that. So, but what I want to talk about is different. So I'm gonna clean out this chart. I'm gonna set it out to the weekly time frame, and I want to show you the comparison with the Ethereum chart. So this is the Ethereum from inception. So it launched and then it had this section here, and this is the section that I'm really interested in comparing, along with what happened afterwards, this huge rally. So let's place both of these charts side by side. And so this is Energy Web, and so this is Ethereum. Do you see what's happening here? It seems like Energy Web is doing the exact same price action that Ethereum has done in 2016 prior to the rally of 2017. And so Ethereum, after it launched, made a rally, and then it made a top. Then it retraced a little bit and has done a newer high, and also it had this little wick in here which suggested that there was some exhaustion in the market. And sure enough, it then tried to make a new high, but it was short-lived because it had a little bit of a retracement down here before giving the opportunity of a lifetime. Not really a lifetime, but you get what I mean. This was the opportunity, right? If people who entered here made a lot of money off Ethereum. I remember this time, and some YouTubers which were also buying Ethereum very heavy at these price levels. But if we head over to Energy Web, we can see the exact same thing happening here. So Energy Web launched, and it made a new high, and then it had a little bit of a retracement again. Then it tried to make a new high, and it made a new high. However, you can see that it also had a wick which suggested some exhaustion in the market, and sure enough, Energy Web tried to make a new high, but it was short-lived, and now we have this little retracement going in, and quite possibly this is the opportunity of a lifetime, like to get into Energy Web. So a few observations that we can make is that Ethereum made, so this was a 72% move from the top, whereas Energy Web, it's much bigger. So it's like 95%, although this wick was quite large as well. Like, how much was the wick on Ethereum? Let's see. The wick on Ethereum was 33%, and this week I believe it was much larger on Energy Web. Yeah, it was 168. So there's kind of like some balancing happening here in the markets, but essentially it's the same pattern that we are seeing, and quite possibly we can see the price of Energy Web skyrocket from here. And if we would want to do this game of extrapolation and seeing, like, Ethereum has done about 27,000% from that low, and if we would want to extrapolate that just to see more or less what we would get as a target. So if we would head over to 27,000%, so we would get the target of about $600. And yeah, so I find that these similarities are really interesting, and so I wanted to put them out there for anyone that's interested on Energy Web.